Hello, hi everybody. It's Colleen with Couture. You see what we're working with tonight? Oh my gosh, he's such a cutie. I can't wait to make something with him. There's no place like home. It's kind of ironic to be working on this project tonight when it's like 900 degrees outside right now. So let's think, for those who like winter, let's think winter thoughts tonight. We're going to get going in just a second. So if you're coming in, say hello. If you're watching on the replay, thank you so much. I hope you enjoy. Okay. That actually came up. Hello, Janine. That actually came up a little quicker than it normally does. So hopefully that means good things. That my iPad is cooperating tonight. Good evening, Janine. How are you? Okay. So, we are using this awesome There's No Place Like Home. How adorable is this little guy? So, this is our B-size transfer, obviously called Snow Place Like Home. Pretty self-explanatory. And what you're looking at on my desk, in case you're wondering, because you're like, what the heck is she doing this on? This is reverse canvas, if you guys have not seen this. So basically, when you buy canvas from any of the big box places, it comes like this, right? So if you cut it from the back of the frame, you're gonna see that it has a pretty stinking nice frame hidden inside that canvas. So I did not stain it or paint it yet. I was a little, what's the word I'm looking for? A little tardy in planning this out. But I was trying to look for something that was not a black chalkboard because I love this transfer too, Janine. It's so flippin' cute. I was looking for something lighter to chalk this on because I would like to do his body in black and his, as you can see, it was previously done, red scarf and his orange nose, and I want to do this all in black. So I needed something light, and I hadn't gotten to staining my frame yet, but I thought I would come in and just show you what it looks like on the canvas. I mean, you can do either side. This is typically the front side of the canvas. I like to chalk on the inside of it. This just feels kind of rough and ugh to me. This is smoother and nicer, and it's like a little bit off-white, so, and it's got like flecks in it, and it's, like I said, it's pretty smooth. So I like to chalk on this side of it. If I were going to chalk on this side of it because it's a little rough, I would wax this. Because I'm going with the smoother side in here, and I hope to God that I don't have any boo-boos, I'm not gonna wax this. I'm just gonna chalk right on it, and then we'll be good to go. And then, so once it's done, the frame, oh shoot, this is gonna cut him off a little bit. I didn't think of that. Well, it's gonna cut off his little arms a little bit, but that's okay. I can get most of them in here. So what'll happen is, once it's chalked, I'll then reattach the canvas on the back with my staple gun, cut off all the excess canvas, and we will be good to go. That kind of ticks me off about his little hands aren't gonna fit, but it is what it is. I get his hat and I get most of, yep, I pretty much get the very tip of his hat and I get all of home in there, so I'm good with that. So let's rock and roll. Then I'll come back in and I'll stain this, okay? But that will be for another night. So let's just do the chalking part tonight and we'll dive right in. Now, this is a little bit textured. So for me, again, even though I'm not using ink and it's not a shirt, it is kind of textured, so I'm not going to fuzz, okay? So that's the distinction. When it's like a chalkboard or glass, especially a non-Couture chalkboard, or glass or a mirror, I would definitely wax it. But because this is more like a textured kind of thing, I'm not going to fuzz it because I do want a nice tight seal. Okay, so I'm just trying to kind of center it. And it's going to be okay no matter where I put it on here, because I'm just going to put the frame right around it no matter where and cut off the rest. So we're good. So we just want that nice tight seal though. And what I can do is I can use my, oh, are we straight? Yeah, I think we're straight. I'm going to use my big my handled squeegee to make sure that we're getting a nice tight seal on here. So hopefully we are. And I think I'm going to try to chalk the black first and see if it's looking like it's drying. If it's drying, I'm going to peel off and then come back and lay down and do the scarf and the nose. So I'm going to get everything prepped though, so I have all my chalk paste ready to go. So we've got our awesome candy apple red for his scarf. How adorable. We have got our black. Oh my, we are running low on black. I hope I can get, goodness gracious, did I realize I was running low on black? Oh, I don't think I ordered new black chalk paste. I know I got black. Oh, I'm getting chalk boogies all over. I don't think I ordered black chalk paste, darn it, for myself. All right, I'm gonna scrape in here and get as much out of here as I can. It should be enough for this project. I think we're good. Just gonna give it a quick little stir so that we get that consistency that we're looking for. And then we're gonna do the same with our candy apple. This is a lot more liquidy, so I mean, give it a stir, why not? But you might not have to with this candy apple. It's nice and liquidy. Hello, Diane, how are you? And then we have our orange peel. So let's give that a quick stir, and that also has that nice liquidy, not too liquidy, just right. So you want it like a yogurt-like consistency. Okay, I feel like this is not sticking good on here. All right, hopefully it is. Hopefully we'll be good. Okay, so we're gonna dive right in and try to do the black. Now I have to be, oh, there's a little buggy in here. I have to try to not hit this. So, sorry, I'm trying to get this little bug, this little gnat thing that's flying around. So there's a thing that you can do, and I'll show you. If you are concerned about possibly chalking on this little guy's nose, you can use our tape and you can block off his nose just like this. I'm going to try my best to do it without getting the words. Nope, I'm going to hit the words. I'm going to have to cut it a little bit. So let's do this. So this is, oh, I missed it. This is an option of what we can do. So I'm just going to peel a little of this off, just in case you're concerned about getting some black in his awesome nose, which we don't want to do. We can just put some of our tape down over his nose. I'm going to just stick a little bit more right here. Oops, it stuck to my table and didn't want to come off. I'm going to put a little bit more right there. And then I'm not going to be concerned about with my squeegee. I think I should be good here because this is, I have enough room here. I was just a little concerned with the S. I'm going to hold it up so you can see. See how close the S is to his nose? So that's why we're just going to try this trick. We're going to do the tape over it. And then what I'll try to, you know what? I'm debating now. Should I? Because I'm afraid if I try to peel this tape off, I'm going to also peel the transfer off, and then just like that, just like I just did. All right, so if it's on a chalkboard and it sticks a little better, go for that. For tonight, I'm not going to, but that's just a little quick tip if you're concerned about the S hitting the piece there. If I were using a chalkboard, it wouldn't be a big deal if when I'm chalking the black, if a little bit of black got in here, because on the chalkboard I could just wash it off, but this isn't a chalkboard, so we're just going to take our time. That's all there is to it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get some chalk paste on my squeegee here, and since I'm kind of getting the bottom of the barrel here, I'm going to use my squeegee to help me load up my chalk paste on here. Okay, and then we're just gonna, I'm gonna try to hold this in place because it feels like it's moving just a little bit on this. So we're just gonna go ahead and start. And I'm gonna try to keep it in one direction because I feel like it's not wanting to stick on here for some strange reason. Yeah, it's really not sticking. That's interesting. Oh, and I need to cover theirs, so why am I being so careful right there? Okay. It's going going to turn sideways a little bit here to get the S, because that's just, it's not too close to the scarf, but just close enough that I just want to kind of come at it on an angle there. There we go. Just trying to get the very tip of my letters right there and right there. Okay. Now we can work kind of quickly down here. We'll get his little arms. There's his one arm. Here's his other arm. And I probably am going to have to pull this off because I feel like the black is going to dry. So we may need to do this like the pull off and then realign and put back on to do his scarf and his little nose. Okay, now I should be able to just pull down. Now that we're clear of the scarf, I feel like we're good. Now we can make quick work of it. Okay. Need to get a little bit more. Go. Just getting the very edge of the word home down here, and I missed a little spot right there, so we'll get that. And now I feel like we have everything covered. Perfect. Okay. We're gonna have to, oh, I think I missed the very tip of his hat right here. I don't think it matters too much because I think my frame is gonna cover that, but let's go ahead and peel back and check and see how we're doing. Oh, wow, that really did start to dry. Yep, it really dried, and here's how we can tell. Look at my transfer, can you see it all stuck in there? Yep. It really started to dry over here. Okay, well, there's an option that we can do. We can clean off the transfer and lay it back down, which is what we may try to do. But first, let me finish off his scarf and his nose, and then we may come back and try to add a little bit more to clean this up. Because I can see I did not, the other option, or not option, but the other thing, I think my chalk paste was not thin enough, my black. But that's okay, we're gonna try and fix it. Because quite frankly, I don't have anything else white to chalk on, to put them on. So let's make sure this is good and dry first. Okay. We're good, that's dry. Now, we are gonna line this back up. I'm not gonna do that black yet because I gotta clean the transfer, so I want to just do, I'm trying to line up with the word snow. So I feel like his little carrot top nose and his red scarf will be good right here. So I'm gonna grab a smaller squeegee and I'm gonna do the red first. And then I'm going to get this right into water so that I can clean it off, and we're going to come back in here and I'm going to try to touch up, hopefully touch up some of the black if I can get it on here good. If I feel like I can't match it 100%, then I may just leave it, and he may just be a little distressed snowman, that's all. Okay, we've got our red scarf done. We're getting all that excess chalk paste back off and into our jar. And now we're going to come in and we're going to do his cute little nose, and I'm going to use the multi-tool for this because this will be perfect for this. I just want to make sure it's pushed down. There we go. Okay, we need to get a little bit more chalk paste on here. Make quick work of that. There we go. Okay, he should be done. Let's see. Oh yes, that was much better. So let's get our transfer right away into water so we can get it cleaned off. Much better. I don't mind the words. The words are fine. It's this hat is bothering me a little bit. So let's dry this real quick. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to set it off to the side and let's clean the transfer first. That makes more sense. So we'll clean the transfer, that way the transfer can be drying. Okay? So that we can try to fix some of that black. So I'm running out of room here. Let's slide this over. I'm just going to move my orange and red out of the way for a hot second so that we have room for our towel. I want to put the towel down so that we can get the transfer drying on there. There we go. Now I have my board eraser under here. He's hiding. So we're just going to flip this transfer over, and now we got to clean off all this black. So I'm using the board eraser to help to kind of get that chalk paste out of the silkscreen area and off of the transfer itself. And I'm just kind of pushing down on the bottom of my pan. It's kind of hard to see because the water is turning completely black. And that happens whenever you use the black paste or ink. And then also once you have it in the pan of water, it's not sticky anymore. So no worries about the transfer sticking to itself. Actually, while I'm here, let's throw in our Steri sticks and our squeegees from the other colors and get them closed up since we don't need those anymore. We'll get those closed. That helps to prevent your chalk paste from drying out, right? Try to push that down a little bit. There we go. Multi-tool in. I'm going to use a new squeegee because that one has now dried on there. And I'm not going to clean my transfer 100% like I would if I was done my project. I'm basically just going to try to get it dry. So let's slide this over. I'm just using a paper towel to get the excess water from the back. Okay, because we do not want to put a wet transfer down. That's going to reactivate all the chalk back again, and we don't want to do that. I just want to come in and try to tidy up his hat. Now I know that there is supposed to be some distressing in his hat, and the reason I can tell that, if you look, you can see through the silkscreen. Oh, I got black all over my hands. There's teal sections, so that is an indication that it is supposed to look distressed, and I'm fine that the distressed part is fine. It's just the very edge of his hat that's kind of bothering me, so that's why I want to try to touch it up a little bit. Okay, so I like to just kind of press my hand and see if the silkscreen still feels wet. Feels just a little bit wet, so we're just going to go over it again. Just try and dry that silkscreen. And then, like I said, when we are completely finished, then I will go ahead and use the disinfectant wipe to clean that off a lot better. So let's bring this back in. We're going to try to, because that is where it's supposed, make sure that's dried chalk paste on my finger. It is. I just want to kind of touch up here and here a little bit. So let's see. This should be fairly easy to line back up. Just take your time. Make sure that you have it exactly, especially when you're touching up. You want to make sure it's right where it needs to be. I feel like I'm off a little bit. There we go. Now, because the snow is not right. There we go. Looks like everything's coming through pretty good. So I'm just going to try to go over his hat one more time. Let me stir this up a little bit. I may even spritz just a quick shot of water into here just to make it a little thinner. I think that was my initial problem, was that I did not have it to that nice yogurt-like consistency. I think it was a little too thick, and it clogged up my silk screen. I'm just giving this a good stir, even though there's only a tiny little bit down here in the bottom of my jar. Okay, so let's grab another squeegee. I just want to try to clean my hands off. I don't want to touch just in case that was still wet. It's not, it came right off. Okay, alrighty, let's go ahead and grab this again. We're gonna load up a little bit. I have just a little bit on my smaller squeegee. I'm gonna try to hold this in place and just kind of come in here and touch up his hat a little bit. Okay. I think I might try to leave well enough alone with everything else, but I just felt like over here was not dark enough. Let's see. That's better. Okay, we're gonna continue on. Let me get a little bit more. Perfect. Okay. A little bit of the I'm seeing now right through here where I missed some spots. So I'm just kind of going back and cleaning up some of the areas that I missed a little bit. Hopefully it'll be a little darker this time. And hopefully I was on there right. Get on there. There we go. The bottom of his hat. And then I'm going to try to touch up this E down here a little bit, the head a little bit. You can see it coming right through where I missed, or where it was too thick and did not come through. So let's see. Let's pull this back before that starts drying. That's better, 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 better. The E didn't really, well, it did a little bit more for the E. And see about doing a little bit here on the H. See if that helps. Like I said, I wasn't too worried about the words. Okay, perfect. That is much better. His hat looks like it's popping now, which is what I wanted. Yay! Okay, so we're now gonna close up, and I think I'm actually gonna say bye-bye to my black paste. Sorry to see you go, my friend. But I think it has created tons of projects for me, and it's now time to get another one. Okay, let's give this a quick dry. You have to be careful too heating, because the back of this is canvas, so you don't want to heat in one spot for too long because it might warp. There we go. So now I'm wondering, let's just make sure that he's good and dry. He's good and dry. Okay, so I am thinking, trying to decide what color I want to stain. I actually have, hold on, I actually have some paint. Let's see. So I have my go-to, my dark walnut. That's one option. I actually have black acrylic paint. I actually do have like a light orange. That might give it a nice pop with the orange to pull that in. I actually do have red too. So there's three options I'm gonna look at, think about. I definitely don't think I wanna just paint it white. I think that would be too plain. I think it needs the pop of color, and I feel like I need to pull it from one of these two things. So I feel like I'm either gonna go orange or red for my frame, just to make it pop. So I will do that off screen, but it's pretty easy. Just get a paintbrush and paint it, let it dry, and then like I said, once it's all set and dry, you just flip it to the back, got a fuzzy on there, and you're going to use your staple gun and just staple around and then cut off all the excess canvas. That's it. That's easy peasy to do your own reverse canvas at home. Why pay the money to do it? Get the canvases and do it yourself. It's so much easier and more economical. So I thank you so much for hanging in there with me. That was a little longer than I had anticipated because having to go back over. But I love him. He's so cute. Our little, there's no place like home. Okay. That wraps it up for me, guys. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your night. And be safe out there. And I will chat with you tomorrow. Bye.